And once again, what is up, my fellow patriots? How y'all doing out there in America? Land of the free, home of the brave. It's me, the Wicked Wizard, back with another quick video. Today I want to talk about, I'm sure you know who this thing is, Letica James, who is basically like a mafia boss trying to steal $500 million from Donald Trump on trumped up charges, pun intended. And she campaigned on this. I don't understand how we are allowing this to happen in our judicial system. But she lied that she's campaigned on it, but she did. Look at this stuff.
America is an uncharted territory. We are angrier and more deeply divided than we've ever been at any point in our history since the Civil War. And at the eye of the storm is Donald Trump, ripping families apart, threatening women's most basic rights, and running for Attorney General because I will never be afraid to challenge this illegitimate president.
See that? She admits it right there. There's a whole montage of her out doing speaking rallies where she says she's going to get Trump. Elect me, I'll get Trump. Yeah.
When our fundamental rights are at stake, from the Muslim ban to efforts to...
There was no Muslim ban. Everything she's about to say is a lie.
Deport immigrants, to denying...
Immigrants are supposed to be deported if they come here illegally.
Transgender students the ability to choose whatever bathroom they want.
Men should not be in the fucking women's bathroom. I don't care what you say. You can argue with me all you want, but that's sick. That's perverted, and it shouldn't be allowed. Do you want men in your daughter's bathroom at school, or your wife's gym? Anyway, your mom's gym. I mean, do you want men in those places? I don't think so.
Rolling back regulations to protect our planet. Colluding with foreign powers.
There we go with the Russia stuff, colluding with foreign powers. What they don't get is that Trump tried to maintain at least a diplomatic relationship with these rulers. So instead of coming out and bashing them, which is not diplomatic at all, and you can't get anywhere, he tried to treat them with respect to keep the peace. Otherwise, you wind up with wars.
Putting profits over people. Dividing us in ways we haven't seen in generations. Corruption.
Profits over people? Let me see. This man gave up his presidential salary for 4 years. That's $2 million. He gave it up for charities and everything else. And now he could have rode off into the sunset. He would have been left alone. And now they're trying to put the man in jail for the rest of his life and take all his money and all his properties. But yeah, he's greedy and he's just doing it for profit. Yeah, oh, okay.
In Albany, environmental hazards in Buffalo, and a criminal justice system, unfortunately, which has criminalized too many black and brown people.
And here we go again. The criminal justice system that's criminalized black and brown people. Like they're the only type of people that get arrested. I'm sorry if more of those people with those skin colors commit crimes, but you can't. So she turned Law and Order off because too many black and brown people. So they keep letting these violent criminals out to commit more violent crimes over and over and over again. Trump wanted to, have complete law and order and arrest anybody for committing a crime, no matter what your skin color.
We can do better than this. We need to reform a criminal justice system. We need to end cash bail. We need more alternatives.
Here we go again. End cash bail. Okay, as I can see, for some non-violent, low-level crimes, but in New York City, this guy was on film, punched a woman in the face, broke her jaw. Her jaw's all wired up, and no bail. He was out in a couple hours.
Is to incarceration. We don't need trial by ambush, which means we have to reform our discovery laws in the state of New York.
Trial by ambush. That's exactly what you're doing to Donald Trump. Matter of fact, this case here, a judge determined that he was guilty of fraud. So he didn't even get tried for fraud. A judge just said, yep, he's guilty. A left-wing lunatic judge, right? And this trial was only about how much money we're going to extort from this man.
Should not criminalize mental illness or poverty. And we also need to reform a grand jury system which is cloaked in secrecy. It's important that we all understand At one point in the history of this country, they went after several immigrant groups. And now they're going after Muslims, and they're going after other individuals.
First of all, maybe after 9/11, they went after Muslims, but today they're a protected class. You got all these protesters out there. They were climbing the fence on the White House and painting stuff on the White House with Palestinian flags. No arrest, no nothing. If they would have been wearing red MAGA hats with American flags, they all would have been under the jail, right? Anyway, it gets worse and worse and worse. Where's the what I wanted to show you? Okay, this is it. Now, this is the corrupt judge that ruled Trump guilty without trial.
Only civil trials, personal injury cases, contract disputes. But I've had situations where, like, oh my heaven's sake, how could they have thought that? Well, I have a tool that I can deal with that. It's called jury notwithstanding the verdict, judgment notwithstanding the verdict. I can say there is no possible way that a reasonable jury would have reached that conclusion. And all right, am I following the law or am I making law? Okay, I'm
He's admitting it right there. Am I following law or am I making it law? Oh, well, that jury got it wrong, so I'm going to overrule them. This guy, he's not honorable. He's not fair and unbiased in any way. This guy is a commie piece of shit.
Following law, I'm an impartial referee, but it's hard to factor out my own emotions. And I have tools. Somebody can say, well, Your Honor, you have to throw out this case because it's just like another case. Well, is it just like another case? What if the defendant was wearing a red sweater instead of a blue sweater?
Unbelievable. A red sweater instead of a blue sweater. No, that's not at all how law works. I'm no lawyer, certainly not a judge, but I know what they're talking about is case precedent. So if somebody committed a similar crime or whatever, and there was a ruling one way, you tend to stick with it. It's called precedent. These people are too much, man, really.
During an appearance before the New York State Attorney General as part of a civil investigation.
The volume's too low on that one. Let's go to this one.
Protect the integrity of the marketplace. And for years, Donald Trump engaged in deceptive business practices and tremendous fraud.
Here she goes. For years, he did tremendous fraud and deceptive practices. Donald Trump did the same thing that everybody in the world does when making deals. Everything. A matter of fact, so has she. She's done it herself. She is protecting some people from this Irish club, and they got extorted for $3 million. And she's not filing any criminal charges against the extortionists. Donald Trump paid back his loans on time with interest. Everybody involved made money, and they're all happy about it.
Donald Trump falsely, knowingly inflated his net worth by billions of dollars to unjustly enrich himself, his family, and to cheat the system. Donald Trump may have authored the art of the deal, but he perfected the art of the steal.
Wow. Just wow. Just wow. Again, regular, ordinary business practices that anybody can engage in. Like, let's say, for instance, you're selling your house, right? You're going to ask for as much as you can get for it. Right? But the assessed value of your house is much, much lower. That's what you pay taxes on. Right? I mean, it's just, Jon Stewart just got busted for that. He overflated his properties by 826%. So this is all bullshit. It's all nonsense. It's lawfare. And we got to put a stop to it. I mean, either Trump wins in 2024 or America's gone. I mean, you won't be able to they'll be able to charge you for anything at whim. Anytime you get on the bad side of them, that's it. They'll come after you and you're gone. Anyway, this is just one of the stupid made up bogus cases to try to keep Trump off of the ballot, out of the election. It's election interference. They know they can't win unless they cheat. So this is what we get. Until next time, peace.